Have you ever considered the reasons behind the sensation of weakness in your legs, despite maintaining a nutritious diet and engaging in regular physical activity? What could be the reason for the perception of increased steepness in the steps? What factors contribute to the increased duration required to rise from a seated position compared to previous experiences? Could the changes you are experiencing be attributed solely to the aging process? Or might there be additional factors at play that are influencing your condition? It may be unexpected to discover that the focus should not solely be on actions you are neglecting. Rather, it frequently pertains to behaviors you are engaging in, often without awareness of their potential detrimental effects. Many elderly individuals engage in a frequent error on a daily basis, often without their awareness. Individuals often exhibit a strong belief in their dietary choices, influenced by a lifelong narrative that emphasizes the health benefits of fruits, which is largely accurate. However, it is important to note that not all fruits are equally beneficial for the elderly population. Indeed, certain fruits that are commonly consumed on a weekly basis may contribute to decreased leg strength, exacerbate knee pain, worsen joint inflammation, and impede mobility. The perceived health benefits of certain fruits may not be as significant as commonly believed. Indeed, it can significantly impact your balance and lower extremity strength. As individuals age, physiological changes occur, circulatory efficiency diminishes, metabolic rates decrease, and certain dietary choices that were once beneficial may begin to have adverse effects. Some fruits, while appearing innocuous and palatable, can contain high levels of acids, carbohydrates, and other components that may disrupt glycemic control, contribute to joint discomfort, and compromise leg strength. Notably, the detrimental effects often develop insidiously over time. Initially, you may not observe any symptoms. However, you might eventually experience a sudden sharp pain in your calves, persistent discomfort in your thighs, or an unusual tightness in your knees following a brief walk. Today, we will discuss 7 fruits that individuals over the age of 60 may want to avoid, particularly to safeguard against potential long-term complications, discomfort, and weakness in the lower extremities. Despite their seemingly benign appearance, these fruits can pose significant risks. Upon receiving this information, your perception of the fruit bowl will undoubtedly be altered significantly. Please remain engaged until the conclusion of this discussion. Maintaining strength and ensuring the legs remain robust and free from discomfort is essential for overall health. It is important to recognize the signals your body may be sending regarding this aspect of your well-being. Before we proceed, please consider subscribing and enabling notifications if you have concerns regarding your health. This is a platform for discussing topics that are often overlooked, and I would like to know if you are in agreement with this approach. If you find this video resonates with you, please indicate your response by typing 1 in the comments section. If it does not, please indicate by typing 0. It is crucial to understand the significance of this matter. We will begin our discussion with the initial fruit on our list, pineapple. While it is recognized for its anti-inflammatory properties, there is evidence suggesting that it may produce contrary effects in the elderly population. Let us proceed with a thorough examination of the subject matter. The initial fruit under examination is pineapple. This fruit flourishes in tropical climates and is characterized by its high juiciness and refreshing qualities. Bromelain, a compound derived from pineapple, has been recognized for its long-standing properties as a natural anti-inflammatory agent. However, it is important to note that despite common beliefs regarding the anti-inflammatory properties of pineapple, the evidence supporting this claim may not be conclusive. Attention to the elderly population. Pineapples contain a significant amount of organic acids and natural sugars. The consumption of sugars may not be as benign as it appears, particularly for individuals over the age of 60. As individuals age, there is a notable increase in the fragility and sensitivity of blood vessels, resulting in altered responses to fluctuations in blood sugar levels compared to earlier life stages. While pineapple offers various health benefits, it also contributes a significant amount of natural sugar to the bloodstream. What is occurring? It has the potential to rapidly elevate your blood glucose levels, which can have an impact on the small blood vessels in the lower extremities, particularly the legs and feet. The muscles may experience discomfort due to a decrease in blood flow, which results in reduced oxygen delivery to the legs. This can lead to symptoms such as pain, fatigue, and swelling following even a brief walk. You may experience discomfort in your legs, with stiffness in the knees and pain in the ankles, even after prolonged periods of inactivity. Additionally, pineapple possesses both sweetness and acidity, which may contribute to joint irritation, particularly in individuals with existing inflammation. Arthritis may present as a persistent sensation of discomfort in the ankles, hips, and knees, akin to an unrelenting inflammatory response. Some individuals report experiencing a sensation of heaviness in their legs following the consumption of pineapple, as if their energy is gradually depleting. Additionally, if you are taking any medications, particularly anticoagulants, it is important to be cautious with bromelain, the enzyme found in pineapple. Certain medications may interact with it, potentially resulting in an excessive potency or insufficient efficacy. However, the primary issue is that there is no straightforward solution. Pineapple may exhibit certain adverse effects. Initially, you may not observe any significant changes, but over time, it can gradually become apparent that your mobility is not what it once was. It is concerning that many older individuals may not be aware that the fruit they consume for health benefits could potentially contribute to a decline in their leg strength over time. What options are available for you? It is not necessary to harbor negative feelings towards pineapple. However, it is crucial to acknowledge and discuss these sentiments, particularly if you have been experiencing them recently. If you are experiencing persistent leg pain or unusual swelling, it is important to recognize that the underlying issues may be subtle yet significant. Considering that pineapple is recognized for its anti-inflammatory properties, it raises the question of how the subsequent fruit may impact aging legs. Introducing bananas. They possess a soft texture, a sweet flavor profile, and are rich in potassium. Many individuals appreciate their benefits due to their ability to enhance energy levels and alleviate cramps. However, their effects may not be as simple as they appear. Let us explore the nutritional and health benefits of bananas. While bananas are beneficial for muscle development, the implications may vary for the elderly population. These foods contain high levels of natural sugars and rapidly digestible carbohydrates, which may lead to an increase in blood glucose levels shortly after consumption. When this occurs frequently, the body may begin to experience difficulties with insulin regulation. This may compromise your immune system and result in increased inflammation. The lower extremities may also experience sensations of discomfort, which can manifest as a dull ache during ambulation or ascending stairs. Patients may report a feeling of heaviness in the legs postprandially, accompanied by stiffness in the calf muscles. This represents merely the initial phase of the process. Additionally, bananas may contribute to increased water retention, particularly in individuals with cardiovascular conditions. This condition may result in joint stiffness, edema in the feet, and swelling of the ankles. While you may believe that they are beneficial for your muscles, their consumption could potentially be undermining your strength. The most concerning aspect: the effects may not be immediately apparent. However, with prolonged consumption, the intake of bananas may lead to increased difficulty in mobility and potentially exacerbate discomfort. It is advisable to evaluate the types of fruits you are consuming if you frequently experience heaviness, discomfort, or swelling in your legs. While bananas may appear to be a benign fruit, their characteristics warrant a closer examination. What if a smaller entity could effectively accomplish the task? Bananas are recognized for their beneficial effects on muscle function, small, appealing, and seemingly benign. However, they can indeed contribute to joint discomfort. Let us now discuss the topic of grapes. While these small items may appear harmless and are quite convenient for snacking, they have the potential to significantly impact inflammatory responses in the body. These foods are well regarded for their cardiovascular benefits and high antioxidant content. However, it appears that many individuals, particularly older adults, may not be fully aware of these advantages. It is not uncommon for individuals to experience mild leg discomfort, stiffness, and swelling following the consumption of grapes. What is the reason for this inquiry? Grapes contain fructose, which may pose health risks when consumed in excessive quantities. This sugar is metabolized directly by the liver, where it has the potential to be converted into fat and uric acid. When the liver is unable to adequately process substances, significant complications may arise. The accumulation of uric acid in the joints, particularly in the toes, ankles, and knees, can lead to a painful, swollen sensation that significantly impairs mobility, making even ambulation uncomfortable. Have you ever experienced nocturnal episodes characterized by acute discomfort in your hallux or a bothersome constriction in your gastrocnemius muscles? The elevation of uric acid levels may be attributed to the consumption of certain foods, such as a significant quantity of grapes. Furthermore, it is important to note that the persistent inflammation within the body may also be exacerbated by the consumption of fructose. This results in a sensation of decreased speed, increased pressure, and stiffness. Additionally, it is quite common to consume grapes in excess. Their diminutive size allows for effortless consumption without the need for extensive consideration. Before you realize it, you may have consumed 2 cups or more. The consumption of 3 cups of sugar can accumulate rapidly. While grapes may initially appear to be a nutritious option, they can contribute to increased stiffness and discomfort as one ages. If you have been consuming grapes frequently and are experiencing heightened stiffness and swelling, this may be a contributing factor. However, grapes are not the sole fruit that may pose challenges. There are other appealing fruits that are similarly recognized for their potential effects. While watermelon is frequently regarded as an effective means of hydration, it is important to approach this perception with caution. While it may have a flavor profile similar to water, its physiological effects in the body resemble those of sugar. Watermelon serves as an exemplary source of hydration and is often associated with the characteristics of summer. Its high water content makes it an ideal choice for maintaining fluid balance during warmer months. However, it is noteworthy to consider that this succulent fruit may potentially have adverse effects on your lower extremities. It may seem unusual, as it is commonly stated that watermelon is beneficial for hydration, has a low caloric content, and consists primarily of water. However, it is important to note that it possesses a significantly elevated glycemic index. Consumption of watermelon has the potential to elevate blood glucose levels rapidly, similar to the effects observed with confectionery products. This can be particularly challenging for the elderly, who may experience significant discomfort from elevated blood sugar levels, particularly in their lower extremities. The process operates as follows. When blood glucose levels increase, the body secretes insulin to regulate them. However, with advancing age, the efficacy of the insulin response diminishes. This condition may result in inflammation, especially in regions characterized by inadequate blood circulation, such as the calves, ankles, and knees. It is possible to experience fatigue in the lower extremities immediately following a meal, often accompanied by a sensation of dull discomfort. Engaging in brief walks, the persistent edema surrounding your ankles can render the act of ascending stairs comparable to an arduous mountain trek. Watermelon may appear to be lightweight internally, yet it can unexpectedly exert a gradual strain on your legs. Many individuals consume it due to its hydrating and palatable qualities. One slice can lead to two, then three, and before you realize it, you may find yourself increasing sugar intake, experiencing heightened stress levels, and exacerbating inflammation. It may create the illusion of hydration. However, it can lead to a significant increase in blood sugar levels, which in turn may compromise circulation. Your lower extremities are expressing discomfort regarding the situation. Is watermelon effective in aiding hydration for seniors, or does its consumption contribute to increased discomfort during movement? If the watermelon on your plate presents inconsistencies and you are experiencing fatigue in your legs, it may be advisable to reassess your current situation. Let us discuss a fruit that is recognized for its high vitamin C content and associated health benefits, including its use in juices and beverages that support immune function, particularly as part of a breakfast regimen. However, older adults may experience some acidity that could impact their joints. Let us engage in a discussion regarding oranges. This particular fruit ranks as the fifth in its potential to induce an acidic response within the body. Oranges are currently prevalent in various forms, including juices, health supplements, and breakfast spreads. They are recognized for their ability to enhance immune function due to their vitamin C content. However, it is important to note that for individuals over the age of 60, the acidity present in oranges may pose challenges for joint health. While the citrus flavor may be enticing, it has the potential to cause irritation, particularly in those already experiencing inflammation or stiffness. Upon awakening with arthritis, individuals may experience a gradual stiffening of the knees, persistent hip discomfort, and an unpleasant sensation in the legs following prolonged periods of sitting. It is likely perceived as a natural consequence of aging. However, the routine of consuming orange juice each morning may inadvertently exacerbate the discomfort you are attempting to alleviate. The citric acid present in oranges has implications beyond the gastrointestinal tract. It can enter the bloodstream and potentially exacerbate pain symptoms. The combination of fruits containing natural sugars may disrupt glycemic control and contribute to inflammatory responses within the body. This condition may result in increased discomfort and a sensation of heaviness with each step, particularly affecting the knees, ankles, and calves. While oranges may appear to be a benign choice for younger individuals, they can have subtle effects on older adults who are experiencing joint degeneration and reduced circulation. The most challenging aspect is that individuals frequently engage in this behavior without being fully aware of the underlying processes at play. You may have believed that consuming oranges was beneficial for your health, given their long-standing reputation as a nutritious choice. However, you are now reconsidering their suitability for your individual needs. What are the subsequent steps to be taken? The subsequent fruit appears visually appealing, exhibiting a vibrant green color and a crisp texture, while also being lower in sugar content, leading individuals to perceive it as a safe option. However, it conceals an issue that may result in nocturnal cramps, knee tightness, and hip discomfort. Let us discuss the characteristics and nutritional benefits of green apples. The sixth fruit may be a contributing factor to your leg pain. While they appear to be fresh and clean, there are underlying considerations to take into account. Many individuals, particularly those in older age groups, perceive organic green apples as a more healthful option due to their less sweet flavor profile and their appearance as a low-sugar snack alternative. However, it is important to note that the consumption of these apples may contribute to symptoms such as fatigue, stiffness, and leg discomfort. The primary contributors are malic acid and certain concealed natural sugars. Malic acid is responsible for the tart flavor characteristic of green apples. However, it may pose challenges for aging digestive systems, despite being well tolerated by younger individuals. With advancing age, our bodily linings may exhibit increased sensitivity, and the presence of malic acid, particularly following the consumption of apples, has the potential to irritate tissues such as joints. It is not uncommon for older individuals to report experiencing significant discomfort in the hip or thigh regions, whereas others may describe a mild sensation of warmth in the feet or a feeling of tightness in the knees. The onset of symptoms may not be immediate. However, with time, there is a progressive accumulation of acid, leading to an exacerbation of discomfort. It is important to consider the sugar content in fruits. Green apples contain natural sugars, although they may not possess the same level of sweetness as their red counterparts. Excessive sugar intake can disrupt glycemic control in older individuals with diminished metabolic rates. It is possible that you may experience fatigue in your calves, nocturnal leg cramps, and stiffness upon waking, as well as a sensation of weakness when ascending stairs. It is noteworthy that a significant number of individuals consume green apples as a snack, occasionally just prior to sleep, which may have ongoing effects on their physiological well-being. While they appear to be healthy and fresh, the consumption of those green apples may contribute to increased joint stiffness, potentially leading to discomfort during the evening hours. Experiencing increased restlessness as one advances in age. Consider a tropical fruit that exhibits a high level of sweetness and possesses significant flavor intensity. When considering the most cherished fruit, it is essential to examine the mango. This fruit provides a significant source of natural sugars, offering a soft and juicy texture that may be likened to a confectionery treat. A significant portion of the population expresses a strong preference for it, particularly during the summer months. However, it is important to note that mangoes may not be the most suitable fruit for older individuals experiencing joint issues and leg pain. What is the reason for this inquiry? Due to its high sugar content. When I refer to natural sugar, I am indicating a significant amount that has the potential to rapidly elevate your blood glucose levels. Individuals who are physically active and under the age of 30 typically exhibit a capacity to manage such increases effectively. However, following the age of 60, there are notable alterations in metabolic processes. The consumption of sugar can lead to a rapid increase in insulin levels, which is often followed by a subsequent decrease. This cycle may contribute to inflammation within the joints, particularly affecting the soft tissues surrounding the ankles, hips, and knees, especially in individuals with pre-existing nerve conditions. Patients may experience persistent sensations of burning or tingling in the toes, accompanied by swelling in the feet by the evening, as well as a sensation of heaviness in the legs. The mango's light and refreshing qualities contribute to its palatability, often leading to increased consumption without the sensation of heaviness typically associated with larger meals. However, that exacerbates the situation. The important factor to consider is that, despite the perception of lightness, the body remains unaffected by this sensation. It is the sugar content that initiates metabolic activity. Prolonged consumption of sugar may contribute to the development of joint pain, a reduction in walking speed, and a sensation of instability. Many elderly individuals enjoy consuming mangoes, perceiving them as a wholesome option. However, it is important to note that natural does not necessarily equate to safety for all, particularly for those with compromised circulation or degenerative joint conditions. While mangoes are often lauded for their health advantages, it is important to note that there are 7 fruits that may pose risks for individuals over the age of 60. However, it is important to note that certain fruits can have beneficial effects, such as enhancing leg strength, alleviating joint discomfort, and combating inflammation. Let us now discuss the healthier alternatives and their potential benefits for your well-being. It is advisable for elderly individuals to adhere to their prescribed dietary regimen. Now, let us explore the dietary options available to you, given your understanding of which fruits to avoid. Consuming appropriate fruits provides benefits beyond mere satiety. They actively contribute to the healing processes within the body. To begin our discussion, let us focus on berries, such as blackberries, raspberries, blueberries, and others. These small fruits exhibit remarkable anti-inflammatory properties. These items have a minimal impact on blood glucose levels, are rich in antioxidants, and contain low amounts of sugar. Additionally, they significantly enhance circulation, particularly in the lower extremities, facilitating mobility and alleviating stiffness. Cherries have been shown to be effective in mitigating inflammation. However, it is advisable to consume them in moderation. These can indeed assist in reducing uric acid levels, thereby decreasing the likelihood of gout and exacerbations of joint pain. A small quantity of cherries may provide relief from joint discomfort and the burning sensations experienced in the knees or toes. The subsequent item for discussion is avocado. While it is classified as a fruit, it also plays a significant role in promoting joint health. What is the reason for this inquiry? This food is rich in beneficial fats that help combat inflammation and provide support to your joints. Additionally, it contributes to insulin regulation as well. Are you seeking a solution that provides consistent energy levels while maintaining stable blood glucose? Consider incorporating papaya into your diet. The enzymes present in this soft tropical fruit may assist in mitigating inflammation and facilitating the digestive process. It is considerate for your joints and well tolerated by your gastrointestinal system. Additionally, it is advisable to incorporate pears into your diet as they provide beneficial fiber and can be complemented with a source of protein. They provide a pleasant sweetness without excessive sugar content, offering a source of energy that does not lead to fatigue. Each of these fruits is beneficial for your health. They are unlikely to cause gastrointestinal discomfort or bloating. These interventions promote a state of equilibrium, vitality, and tranquility within the body. It is essential to consider not only the consumption of fruit, but also the selection of appropriate varieties that align with your age and current physiological requirements. One will observe a significant change upon implementing those decisions. Increased energy levels, improved mobility, and enhanced clarity upon waking are anticipated outcomes. In conclusion, I would like to offer some final reflections and insights for your consideration. It is important to keep this in mind. Your progress thus far indicates a concern regarding your future, physical strength, and overall health status. It is important to emphasize that there is still an opportunity for you to initiate a positive change. There is still an opportunity for recovery, and you are not isolated in this experience. The aging process can present various challenges, including the gradual onset of pain, stiffness, and an increased apprehension regarding falls. At times, one may experience sensations akin to a dissociation from their physical form. However, it is important to note that you can exert influence over your situation by implementing some strategic, incremental adjustments rather than undertaking drastic measures. Implementing significant dietary changes, such as consuming only one meal and one piece of fruit at a time, may appear to be an extreme approach. While the fruits discussed are not inherently detrimental, they may not represent the optimal choices for health as one ages. Aging should not be perceived as a loss, but rather as an opportunity for enhanced decision-making regarding nutrition. By adopting mindful eating practices and selecting meals that promote strength, circulation, and joint health, individuals can experience notable improvements in their overall well-being. This can lead to reduced discomfort, increased flexibility, more manageable mornings, and a lighter gait. The essence of this initiative is to foster a mindset of embracing change rather than succumbing to fear or limitations. I welcome your feedback. Please share your insights from today's session and any potential modifications you are considering in the comments section below. Collaboration fosters growth, and it is essential that we support one another in this process. If you found this video beneficial, please consider giving it a thumbs up, or if it prompted any reflection on your part, please ensure you subscribe to stay informed about vital health information and activate notifications before you leave. If you found this video beneficial, please indicate by typing 1. If it did not meet your expectations,